Is Joshua Hart from JTH Boxing, and today I'm delighted to be joined by, for the second time, Levi Giles. Levi, thank you for joining me again. And how are we doing?
Josh, I'm good, mate. Again, thank you for having us on, mate. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm good. Back in the gym, back training hard. Dates nearly set in stone. It gets confirmed tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm back at it. There's a lot of people asking. The support's boomed since that last outing. So, yeah, I'm in good spirit and I can't wait to pick up some big titles this year.
And we already spoke about it slightly off camera and on the first recording where it might
Yeah,
have went a little bit wrong. Um, but so what we spoke about, obviously, you said you might be back at around mid to late June.
yeah.
Will that one be for a title? Or will that be getting yourself back up and running to winning ways and then looking for a title later in the year?
So I did get offered a big fight for a really big title. I have accepted it. So at the minute that's still up in the air. Um, Obviously, if that come off, that'll be priority because I want to just get straight back in there. I want to get back in them 50-50s and I want to win some titles because I feel like I'm at that level. Um, but yeah, what it's looking like, if it gets confirmed tomorrow, is that my support might not have to travel too far for this one. So I am I'm over the moon anyway. That if this can get delivered, then the news will come out tomorrow, and it's going to be yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I'm hoping that maybe it can be for a title. I have asked Carla, I'm open to fights. I want hard fights. I want to get back in the mix with the big names. So yeah, yeah, getting straight back into it. Yeah,
And obviously, I said at the start of the question, getting back to winning ways, but it almost doesn't really feel like you should be getting back to winning ways after the last fight. Obviously, a lot of people, including myself, thought you won the fight. Obviously, you and the rest of the team also feel you won the fight. What was the whole week for yourself like? Obviously, forgetting the result, it was a bit of a mental week for yourself, wasn't it?
yeah, it was a good week. I enjoyed it there. The Sky Sports team are brilliant. Yeah, they really are. Met some good names. I think I carried myself quite well. It's just I am. It is what it is. I'm not fake. I'm not like this ain't me. And then I come off and I'm someone else. I'm. It's just that's just the way I carry myself. Because a lot of people was asking about this bad blood, but I mean, I'll say I know I haven't spoke to anyone yet regarding it. So yeah, there weren't any bad blood from my behalf. This is the thing that the only thing that was frustrating me about the whole thing, not the push, not the is uh, talking. It was yeah, this bad blood thing. There wasn't no bad blood. I don't even know him. I've shared the ring with him for 10 rounds, for 10 good rounds, and that's it. I don't know the kid. I don't know what he was on about in the press conference about me posting and stuff. My social media is open; you can see for yourself. Um, so yeah, I really don't know what there was on about there, and I still don't know. I still don't have a clue now. So he's a bit. I don't know. Yeah, he should have run. I respect Michael as a fighter, because we had a good. It was a good 10 rounds. I still think I did enough to get the nod. I'm not one to sit there on a could have and should have and stuff like that. I'm straight back in the gym. I'm working hard and I'll go again. That's behind me now, and that's where it'll stay. I'm going to move on and hopefully on to bigger and better things.
Obviously, you mentioned there was no bad blood. And that obviously that is, well, obviously on your behalf that's true. You didn't say
Mm,
anything. You didn't do an awful lot of interviews before the fight.
no, no,
And in the one with me, again, you didn't. You said you respect Michael. You said he's a good fighter. And then obviously fight week comes around, press conference. Obviously, you have that little back and forth with some of the fight talk. And then was the weigh-in, and he just almost lost it. But I think with him losing it, you then gained a lot of respect, especially when you got back up and didn't retaliate. What did anything go on? Like, what was the aftermath of the weigh-in?
So yeah, it's the same again. It's mad. I get asked the same thing. That like, a few people have said things like, "I can't believe you just let it. You let it go and stuff." Look, it's boxing. You have to be professional. And maybe Michael can. I don't think he'll. I think he'll learn from that. I think he has. What I've heard, he has been banned. So that's the punishment you take. It's even like the back and forth. It wasn't really a back and forth. It was just him talking. It was just talking shit, to be honest. Like, excuse my French. That's all it was, mate. He's just and I still to this day, yeah, I don't know. I don't know him. I don't know the kid. I've never met him. I've never spoke about him. I don't know him, and my feelings are the same. I don't. I don't. Yeah, questionable behaviour like from himself. I don't know. But yeah, there ain't no bad blood there from my behalf. And there's still in. I don't know him. I still don't. I don't know him as a person. The respect definitely there as a fighter. I do respect him. I think we earned each other's respect in the ring that night. Although I think I nicked the fight. I do. I watched it back and I still think the same. But nothing can be changed. So I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm straight back in the gym and on we go. So that's like I say again, it's not something I'm going to look back on. That's done with. I'd love a rematch. Don't get me wrong. Somewhere maybe a fairer ground. I don't know, but if that came, I'd love to take that fight because I'd like the English title, but I feel like there's some bigger things on the horizon that's going to come. I feel like that with wording it like I feel like it could have been probably the best loss to take, to be honest, because there's like 95% of people out there that thought, oh, you thought you won the fight. It's not. I want a robbery. I won't say a robbery, but I feel like it was a close fight. But I do feel I did enough to win the fight. We had a good game plan, but it's boxing for you. You don't you don't dwell on it. You just get back in the gym and you go again. I'm still young. I've got plenty of time left.
And what was the feeling after the fight? And obviously not just after the fight, but when the scorecards were being read out, obviously, I'm sure you went back to the corner and, said to your team, I feel like I've done enough. What was it
Yeah,
when the cards were getting read out? What was that feeling?
we after the fight finished, I went back to the corner. And I said, "Yeah, I feel like we've done enough there. Especially, I thought I nicked that last round. I thought I did the right thing by avoiding, staying away. He didn't really land much in the last round. I thought, oh, I've nicked that, so that secures it. I thought we said, at worst case, is he's the own fighter. He's friends with Ben Shalom and with him being at home, it could maybe they'll give it a draw, but I still feel like we've won by 2 rounds. Maybe one or two. It was. I know it was a tight fight. There wasn't a lot in it. I feel like some of the rounds was close, but yeah, yeah, we thought we did. We thought we'd won it. We as the full corner team. We want. They don't talk. They don't fill me with shit. We don't talk. It isn't like there wasn't no false thing in there. We knew it was a close fight, and we knew we would have been up against it. But the scorecards, yeah, I question them, but it is what it is. What can you do about what can you do? I've had some really big, high-profile names that spoke to me and said that they thought I did enough in the fight. But yeah, this is boxing. I'll come again. Like I say, I'm 26. I'm just coming up to my prime years now. There's many more big nights ahead. And I feel that that if that fight comes again, I'd love that fight. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to right that wrong. Which is for me, it was just a decision. But yeah, it is what it is. On we go.
Well, so my next question was going to be, would you welcome a rematch? And obviously, you said you'd like it on a fair ground. Would that, obviously, I'm not sure how long Michael's banned for, but would you welcome a rematch like later this year, sometime next year? Because you say you want to right a wrong, but it's almost righting a wrong that wasn't really wrong.
Yeah.
You didn't really put a foot wrong.
I thought we had a good game plan going into the fight. A lot. I'm normally the aggressor. I could. There's many things when you look back and go, "Oh, I could have done that," but it's a lot different being in there. Maybe I should have just stood and traded with him. He definitely ain't the biggest puncher, but he's got a good engine on him. He has got a good engine, and he throws a lot of shots. Not big, they're not big power shots. The one a lot of people said after, was he a puncher? No, he wasn't a puncher at all. But what he did, he's good at, which I said before the fight. I knew what he was good at. He throws a lot of shots. And yeah, they're in, like I say, he's a fighter. Yeah, he ain't bad. What he does, he's good at. But as a person, everyone has their own opinion on him. I'm not going to sit here and, for me, that's like negative energy and is irrelevant to me. I'd love that title. And if that rematch was available, I'd take it in a heartbeat, definitely. And if I had to go to him, I would do. But hopefully, we can get it on the line, get it further down the line for a bigger title, which would be even better.
And finally, just a message to your support. I think in the first recording that we did, you mentioned that your support is just growing and it's grown even more since that fight. And just, yeah, finally, just give a message to them.
Oh, I mean, it's mad. I mean, it's how much it's grown. It's unbelievable. But yeah, massive shout out to everyone, especially the ones that have been there from day one. That when I really needed that support at the beginning, there was there. so yeah, massive shout out to them, especially my sponsors from day one. Um, I won't sit and name them all, but there is a couple that have been there from the very day one, and that was Adam Coolidge, Matt Keatley, Dean Youngs. They was there from the very first day I turned over. Especially Adam, he's been a massive help to me, and I've got a lot of others that are with me now. You know, I think I've got like 11 sponsors now that really do make things a lot easier for me outside of boxing, so I can keep my mind focused. So yeah, massive shout out to them, and then everyone else that's coming on board with us. It's absolutely fantastic, and I think that boxing's booming again in the town.
Levi, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you coming on for the second time.
And just the last one, massive shout out to our boys, the Fight Rundown, Jeeve, Harry, big shout out, boys. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to help you as much as I can because, like Josh, all three of you are doing good things, and let's get up there, boys. We're all building together.
Big shout out to them as well. I've spoke to them for the last couple of days, and they are top lads. So big shout out to the Fight Rundown as well. But yeah, Levi, thank you for joining me today, and best of luck
Thank you
with
for having
what's
me, mate.
next.